Now, if you make soap, it's very important that you watch this video. Why? If you know a soap making friend also, a soap maker friend, make sure they watch this. Share this video with them. This is a life-saving tips for all soap maker. Now, as a science student, as a chemistry student, as a cosmetic scientist that is trained, I know how chemical reaction can change over time, and I know the danger of it. When you mix lye with water, okay, it forms a lye solution which has its own chemical name. Okay, it forms another compound. Okay, that's very because the reaction is exothermic. It's very hot. Okay, let me just say in simple time, it's very hot. It tends to be very, very dangerous. Okay, so in there you have NaOH plus H2O. It's going to form different compounds. Now, when you now add sugar to your lye water, okay, and you cover it, it's going to produce a very, very killer chemical called carbon monoxide. It's not carbon dioxide. Carbon monoxide, CO, is a colorless, odorless gas that kills faster than anything. So when you are making soap and you add sugar to your lye water, I'm just saying, if this, I don't play with lye, so I don't have lye here. Let's say this is your lye water and you add sugar to it. Please and please do not cover it. Do not cover it. I know most of us, we cover lye water so as not to get that inside our nose, right? If you add sugar to your lye water, don't cover it. If you cover it and you open it up, it can release a gas that can kill you right away. Because this toxic gas is very colorless, odorless. The only thing that can detect it is carbon monoxide detector, CO detector. Okay, this CO detector is the only thing that can detect CO. And before you even as a soap maker, you are very close to using it. Before you even hear the detector, you have already sniffed it in, and you might have passed out. This brought me to the story of a friend of mine that only God saved her life. She was making soap as usual. A friend told her, oh, you can add sugar. It's very important when you add sugar to your soap, especially when you're making hot processed soap. It's going to help the lather. Okay, the lathering property of your soap will increase when you add sugar to your lye water. If you do not have sugar, you can use sorbitol, which is the best sugar type to use for soap making. But if you do not have sorbitol, you can use table sugar. You can use organic sugar from crystalline cane, just like this. You can use that. So now, when you add it to your lye water, make sure you are doing it in an open space. Do not ever close it. If you close it and you open it, what is coming to you, okay, is CO, because you have depleted that of oxygen. Now that should be CO2, right? So it has turned into carbon monoxide that can kill you within seconds, and you can't smell it. Okay, now colorless, odorless gas that kills within seconds. So please be careful. Be careful, be careful. Also, it's also the same thing as when you go into a car. Okay, I don't want to say any other thing. I don't want any bad thing or to teach anybody, so I'm not going to say that. So be careful when you do this. Okay, make sure you don't cover it. When you add sugar to your lye water, make sure it's in an open space. Okay, make sure you wear your nose mask when you're making soap. I remember my husband do tell me, wear nose mask, because all this thing you're getting in, they're piling up. So as a soap maker, number one thing you want to do is you wear a nose mask, the one that has your ability to smell well. Okay, just make sure you wear an effective nose mask, not the one we use for COVID. No, that's too light for you. Make sure you go to your home hardware store to go and get yourself a nose mask. And anytime you are mixing, make sure, even when you are mixing your lye, do not. The another very important thing you want to use is when you're making your soap, don't show your skin just like I do. I do because I know a lot about chemistry, so it's not good. But going forward, you will not be seeing me showing my skin when you're making soap. Make sure you wear long sleeve clothes all the way to the top also. and make sure you have your Google safety goggle. Very, very important. You never know, especially for those that make hot process soap, even cold process soap. Sometimes you don't know what might spark your lye water to explode. You never can tell. You might buy a lye water that has a different concentration, a stronger concentration that you don't know, that can react anytime. So make sure you have your safety goggle on. Make sure also you have your nose mask on. Make sure when you're mixing in any way, when you're mixing lye with anything, because you never can tell. You might decide to add something else that when you cover it, it can turn into another toxic compound that can kill you. So make sure you watch this video to the end, and make sure you share this video with all your soap maker friend. This saves lives. My friend's life was saved because she was immediately rushed to the hospital, and if her husband wasn't around when she was making soap, she would have died by now. So I don't want anyone to die. Life is so precious that we can't take for granted. So make sure you do this. When you're making soap, do not cover your lye water when you add anything to it. That is the safe ground to stay. Nothing more, nothing less. Do not cover your lye water when you add anything to it. Just make sure you have your nose mask on. Make sure you have your safety goggle. Make sure you wear long sleeve. Make sure you are in an open area, not too much enclosed. Make sure where the area you are, air can get in. And that's about it for this video. I wish you the best in your soap making. Is a career. Soap making hobby. Soap making is a hobby. So I wish you the best. Thanks for watching. If you want to learn more about soap making and making great and stable skincare, this is a channel for you. So click that subscribe button and the notification icon to be notified when I upload next video. Thanks for watching.